Hey, shalom, family. At this time, and may the peace of Yah come upon you. I want to finish off in on Deuteronomy chapter 4 at this time. It's to the most important brothers and sisters that we all get in line with the words of Yah. And I was at Deuteronomy 4 and verse 13. I'm gonna rehearse some things because it's very important, brothers and sisters, when Yah appear to our people on a mountain, brothers and sisters. So give me a moment. Let me get there real quick. So right here, I'm gonna go back a little bit to verse 12. It said, and Yah spoke to you out of the midst of the fire. You heard a voice of words, but saw no form. You only heard a voice, and he made known to you his covenant, which he commanded you to do. The 10 commandments, the 10 words, and he wrote them on a tablet of stone. And Yah commanded me at that time to teach you laws and right rulings, for you to do them in the land which you pass over to possess. That's when it was coming from Mizraim, was going in and entering into the land to capture the land for the first time. It said, therefore, diligently guard yourselves. See, he was telling them diligently. See, so the responsibility relies on each and every one, brothers and sisters, to guard themselves, that they may obey the laws of Yah. Therefore, diligently guard yourselves, see, for you saw no form when Yah spoke to you at Horeb out of the midst of fire. And this was given, the words were given to our ancestors, lest you should do corrupt. See, you got to guard yourself. Keep yourselves in the Torah, the laws of Yah, that you would not fall into sin. That's what he was showing them right there. It's lest you should lest you should do corruptly, see, which is act all manner of wickedness. What you see our people doing in America today, we are the seed of them. They got cast out. It's lest you should do corruptly and shall make for yourselves a carved image. See this great sin? What a lot of people want to carve images. This is a model word. See that phrase, carved images? In the Hebrew, we'll say Pazel. So keep that in mind, Pazel. El. That's just a carved image that people bow down to worship. You'll make these things. See, so if we spoke in our Hebrew terminology, we'll know we don't supposed to practice El worship, Elohim worship, which means more than one deity. El is bowing down to the Els, what we call and translated gods, idols. See, you got to know the different terminologies for different languages, brothers and sisters. See, because our people don't know the Hebrew language, I'm not getting on nobody. Ignorance come, and people put ignorance in play. They even make the term Elohim and God that you see in this translation, they apply to the Creator, which is further from the truth. If we were in our own language and we knew our own language and not in the phrase of our words, we'd say something different. We'd say these people that practice Elohim worship, El worship, which bringing Baal upon them. See, Baal, let me not back the track, not Baal, Bethel. See, Bethel is bringing confusion. Remember the territory was called Bethel. Yah came down and said, I'm coming down, I'm a Bethel there. And the place was called Bethel from that day, which is people changed it and started saying Babylon. See, and some people say it means the gateway of God, the gateway of confusion, where Yah scattered the language right there. And in the city that was named Bethel, confusion, separation. So keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. So right here, I wanted to use the term a win. That's how people would say a win. These people going off, they're doing something wicked. A win. They're committing ill worship. See, bowing down to the idols, the images. So let's keep on. Let me get my mark right here. Verse 16, chapter 4, Deuteronomy. It said, lest you shall do corruptly and shall make for yourselves carved images in the form of any figure, the likeness of male or female, the likeness of any beast, I dropped my glasses, so I had to pause for a minute. Of any beast that is on the earth, or the likeness of any winged bird that flies in the heavens, see, in the air, the likeness of any creature that creeps on the ground, or the likeness of any fish that is in the waters under the earth. Unless you lift up your eyes to the heavens and shall see the sun and the moon and the stars and all the hosts of heavens, and you shall be drawn away into bowing down to them and serving them. See that? Which Yah your Barah has allotted to all the people under the heavens. See? But Yah has taken you and brought you out of the iron furnace, out of Mizraim, to be his people and the inheritance as it is today. See what these people picture we see all on Facebook, the people show. People call themselves Kemetic people of all forms of images. And then they tell you, remember that this is your heritage. That's the heritage of idolatry worship, idol worship, Elohim worship. That's what the people did. Yah was taking us from. They told us not to do these things. And the people he was going to take. And Yah removed them and punished them because they were doing these things as well as they was doing it in Mizraim. So keep that in mind as well. That's what Yah would say. He was making us a special people unto himself. And to be his people and inheritance. As it is today. It is today. He's talking about that day. Not today. We in the present day. We in captivity. And Yah was enraged with me because of your words, and swore that I would not pass over Jordan, and that I would not enter the beneficial land, the prosperous land, which are the promised land Yah, your Barah, is giving you as inheritance. Y'all don't play. He didn't even play with Moshe when Moshe disobeyed him. It said, for I am to die in this land. I am not passed over the Jordan, but you are passing over and shall possess that promised land. Guard yourselves. He remind them again, constantly remind them, guard yourselves. But you tell them to keep yourselves in the Torah of Yah. The instruction, follow the instruction of Yah. That's what he's telling them right there. Lest you forget. My son just came in the room playing. So give me a moment. My wife got him. And say, guard yourself, lest you forget the covenant, the agreement of Yah, your Barah, which he made with you, and shall make for yourselves a carved, Prazel, El, in any form, as Yah, your Barah, has commanded you. For Yah, your Barah, is consuming fire, a jealous Barah. See that? When you bring forth children and grandchildren, and shall grow old in the land, and shall do corruptly, and make a carved image, Pazel Elohim, in the form of whatever, and shall do what is evil in the eyes of Yah, says even eyes of Yah, your Barah, to provoke him. I shall call the heavens and earth as witness against you on that day, that you soon completely perish from the land. You see that? Which you pass over the Jordan to possess. You do not prolong your days in it, but completely destroy. You see that? From the land. Y'all did that to our people. And y'all shall scatter you among the people. See that? Where we are today. And you shall be left few in number among the nations where Yah driving you or drives you. And there you shall serve mighty ones and work of man's hands. You see that? Wood and stone, all the things our people have done and still do, which neither see nor hear. This light kind of interfering with me. I got too much shot. Let me see, can I move to another spot? Man, give me a moment. I might, let me see, if this gonna make it any better. Now I'm about to locate my spot again. Because this is very important. Now, give me a moment. I'm about to find my spot where I was at. But let me see, give me a moment. Let me find my spot. And he has heard the voice of Barah. Okay, completely perish. I shall in heaven. I'm trying to find. Give me a moment. And then you shall serve mighty ones. Man, let me see. 28. And there you shall serve mighty ones, the works of man's hands, and wood and stone, which neither see nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. But from there you shall seek Yah. You see that? It says seek Yah. From there you shall seek Yah your Barah, and shall find when you search for him with all your heart. See right here, just the key, bro. See, if you have how to search for Yah, you won't find him. He said with all your heart. You got to understand what is your heart, your emotions. See, you're searching for him from your mind, and then again into your heart, your emotion, your being. Then you're not playing with Yah. You're really trying to get right with Yah to return home. Because see, you seeking Yah, then you got to know all the other scriptures that go with this through the prophet. Yah gave Moshe some of it, but right here say, look, with all your heart and with all your being. See that? See, it's the every words of Yah. You don't leave out nothing, brothers and sisters. Or you're gonna miss it. It got to be with everything. To love Yah, to obey Yah, to follow all the words of Yah, it got to be in your heart. And then your being, your body that moves. It will move you to go back to where Yah sent you from. Not be stagnated. So you got to get this, brothers and sisters. It's here. Here little and there little. It's in your distress, see, in your trouble, but all these words shall come upon you in the latter days. See, it's upon us. See what I say, these words, it's words. A lot of people say, why are you talking so much? Words of Yah precedes any action. You got to get the knowledge of Yah. You got to know your situation, then what to do. You got to seek Yah. You want to know to seek Yah. Why do you think everybody in this earth talks? When you go to college, how you learn? You got a teacher, some kind of teacher. They call it dean or whatever they call that person in the colleges over you that is an instructor. They use words to teach you whatever trade you want to learn to go and make money. See? And that would you be buying it to, and you make agreements with them. You draw for fraternities. You make agreement, whatever you make agreement, that you're going to do all they say do. And they say they're going to do this for you if you do that. See, everything's agreement. Who you make the agreement with. See, a lot of our people is making binding agreements to the evil ones. People not even of their nation. Not even the creator. A lot of you do these things and done it. Most people in these positions, they doing it. And that's where they send all their money to. And all their money's in their bank. And other people don't understand why. Is that with all your being, in your distress, when all these words shall come upon you. See, come upon you. Presented to you in the latter days. See, we are in the latter days at the end time of captivity now. Then you shall return to Yah. See, it said, then you shall return to Yah. You seeking Yah. Now you got to return to Yah. You got to know where Yah is at. Not return to Yah in America or in a place in captivity. Your Barah and shall obey his voice. You see that? For Yah, your Barah is a compassionate Barah. They got L, but it's Barah. He does not forsake you. See, he do not forget you. See, but you got to hear all of these words of Yah. Nor destroy you, nor forget the covenant of your ancestors, which he swore to them. See, if they will obey him, give them that land. See, so you got to know the covenant of Yah. For ask now of the days that are past, which were before you, since the day that Barak created man on the earth, and ask from one end of the heavens to the other end of the heavens, whether there has been a word as great as this, or has been heard like it. Has a people heard the voice of Barak speaking out of the midst of the fire as you heard and lived? No, zero. Nobody. See, nobody ever heard the voice of Yah out of the midst of fire and lived. Only our nation have, brothers and sisters. Or has Barak tried to go and take for himself a nation from the midst of another nation by trials and by signs and by wonders and by battle and by strong hand and a outstretched arm and by a great fearsome deeds, according to all that Yah your Barak did for you in Mizraim before your eyes? You have been shown it to know that Yah himself is Barak. There's no one besides him. From the heavens, see, Yah snatched our nation from out of the midst of another nation. That's what he's showing you. From heaven, he has let you hear his voice, see, to instruct you on earth. And he showed you his great fire, and you heard his words out of the midst of fire. See, as a reminder, he told me that again. And because he loved your fathers, therefore, he chose their seed after them. You see that? And brought you out of Mizraim with his presence, with his great power, to drive out from before you nations greater and stronger than you, to bring you in and give you their land as an inheritance as it is today. And you should know today and shall recall to your heart that Yah himself is Barak, and the heavens above and on the earth beneath, and there is none else. These are things you got to know, brothers. I want you to meditate on. I'm in already there, and then I'm gonna pick up in part 3, and that's gonna be final, because it's very important that you know these things, brothers, and learn these things as well. Learn to love Yah with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul and strength, brothers and sisters, and teach this to your children. These are things we must do to return back to that land, brother. We're in that time period now. That's why the words is going out before you. With that, I say, Toda Yah.